everybody. So excited to be here. Hello, Carissa Wiley. Hello, Jen and Ingrid and Marcy and Jenny. Nice to see you here. Hope I'm coming in clear today. I recently had to move my camera to my kitchen to do a promo video for Concord and Ninth, and I changed my lighting settings. And so before I went live today, I was trying to figure out how to get those back. So the video could look a little bit different today because I have totally different lighting in here, but I hope you guys are all having a wonderful Friday. It's been a crazy week. Summer is in full swing here, and I have one of my kids home pretty much all the time, the other one in pre-K for 3 days a week over the summer, and it's a little bit crazy. So I wanted to come in and talk to you guys about the last couple days of the inventory blowout sale happening at Concord and Ninth, show you a few things, and I've already lost a card somewhere. I have no idea where it went, but I have a few things to show you, and we're going to create a quick and easy card with one of my favorite bundles from the sale. So Beth in Texas is here from Sugarland. Nice to see you. Oh, thanks, Ingrid. Thanks, Jenny. Thanks, guys, so much. Okay, so let's get right to it because I don't want to take up too much of your Friday. Just happy that you guys are here. What I wanted to show you, let's go a little bit wider here. I have a few of my favorite things in the sale, and everything is linked in the video description below. So you can find everything I'm showing here down below if you click that video description and then the more button. I love sentiments, you guys. You've seen me use sentiments over and over again in different ways. You can use them as the focal point of your card. You don't even have to put a flower on it. And this is the Everyday Sayings dies. And what I like about them is that they're really big. So you can make a quick and easy card and a clean and simple card, right? With just these sayings. So this has "So Grateful Friend, I'll Be There For You," a stitched high, and this hello. And I love this hello because it comes with the shadow and it comes with the word, and you can do some really cool things with it like I did in this video. You can find this video on my channel that shows you how I did this. But this is only $16.80 for this die set, and I feel like it's one of those that is like a staple die set. So I'm going to put this aside. This one, the Enchanted Heart dies, is so cool because it has the sentiments, it has the background die, it has the heart shape. So you get like all of these things in one. If you just want to do this scalloped heart on your card, you can just use that. You can just use this plate on the back of your card. There's just so many possibilities with this one, and it's 30% off at $18.20. Okay, so this one's Everyday Expressions. This is another one that is an amazing sentiment die. It has "Hooray, best wishes, you are amazing, thinking of you, and happy birthday." It has the phrase and the shadow for all of these for only $14. So that's 30% off. This is a big one. Hello, Mella. Nice to see you. This is a big one. I was really excited to see this one in the sale, the Bunch of Balloons bundle. This is a recent one that I loved working with. I created several cards with this one, and I mean, you cannot go wrong with this set. It's perfect for any kind of celebration. You guys saw the video that I did with Kathy Z. I created this card in that one, so you can find that on my channel. This is another one that I have on my channel, but in this bundle for $32, you get the stencil pack, which has 5 stencils. You get the dies and the stamp, and I think that that is a really great deal. So 36% off of the Bunch of Balloons bundle. This one is one that is so beautiful, and I think I gave away the card that I made with this. I did this twice, so I have this one left over. But essentially what you get is you die cut this, and then you use the coordinating stencils to color it in, and it's just so beautiful. Then you can, hand stitch it if you prefer, or you cannot and just leave it like this with the holes. And this is a Threads of Kindness stamp set that coordinates with it, so you can put your sentiment in the center. This is 54% off, only $19.88. Hey Mindy, nice to see you. So that is an excellent deal for a bundle like that. I just think that's pretty awesome. That's why they call it the inventory blowout sale, right? This is the card that I lost as I was like getting ready here. So it's probably in my card stock somewhere, but I created this card. You can see it on my Instagram feed. It was a witch. So I used the Celebration Squad bundle and made a witch. I just added a witch's hat onto it and a broomstick. But I love this set because it is so, you can do so many different things with it. Number one, it has a great, really soft and subtle sentiment set, but you can create so many fun cards with this one for your girls, you know, for your besties, for a bride, just so fun. And it's 55% off, $15.75. That's an awesome deal. Okay, this one is a big one for me because this one I really loved creating with. And again, $15 for this at 64% off. Hip Hip Hooray stamp set. Look at how big this stamp set is. Then you have the coordinating die. So this bundle, only $15.80. It creates the most fun cards. You can use the coordinating stamp. Oh, I got something on there, I think. The coordinating stamp to add the sentiments. Or you could just use the dies to cut out these awesome big sentiments. This is one of my favorite ones. Look at how fun that is. I just love it. It's really bold and it's really fun, and it's just a very encouraging bundle. I love it. $15.80, 64% off. And the last one I want to show you, only $11.60, 63% off, the Happy Thanks bundle. You get these big sentiments that have the words and the shadows. And then what I think is awesome about this bundle is this stamp set, because it is so usable. It is so good for so many different things. You have Oh Happy Day and Thank You. You have, you know, the sentiments you can put on the inside of your card, and these you can put on the outside, or you can just put these on the outside of your card. I just think that this is one of those, again, a staple sentiment set that you can use. So this bundle, $11.60, and that's the Happy Thanks dies. Okay, that's enough for my show and tell today. I'm gonna go back to the front cam. So don't forget, shop the sale. It's only a couple of days left. The other thing I wanted to show you that we're going to be creating with today is one of my favorite bundles in the sale, and I couldn't believe it was in the sale. So let's go back down to the down. And this is the Friendly Florals bundle. So you get this huge, and I didn't even put this back correctly, this huge die set. Comes with flowers, bees, sentiments, this awesome like modern oval, which I love. This awesome like sentiment banner, which you can put all sorts of things in there. A lot of things would fit in there. And the stamp set that you can stamp your sentiments in there. Then you can add your sentiments on top. And this is the card I'm going to be showing you guys today, which I really love. $21 for this one at 46% off. So, and it was still in the shop this morning. Friendly Florals dies. What I love about it, I am such a sucker for wildflowers. I'm a big fan of cone flowers. My family and I, we like to hike a lot and go out on trails here in Cook County. And so we see a lot of cone flowers and black-eyed Susans and daisies. And this set just makes me feel like summer is here. It just makes me happy. It's just a happy set, right? I love the bees. I love the sentiments. It's just so fun. And there's even things you can do with this stamp set, like stamp a background in the dots or this cute little asterisk, or so much fun. Okay, so let's get down. Oh, Jen says she ordered this one and it's arriving today. It's such a good one, Jen. You are going to have so much fun playing with it, and you can make this card today. Hooray. Okay, so let's get right to it. I am going to be using a newer die that to create the background of my card today. And this is the Diagonal Shortcuts dies. Now, this is out of stock at the moment at Concord and Ninth, but be sure to hit the notify me button so that you can know when it's back in stock if it's something that you want to get. I have to give you a warning that my little thing came out of my handle here, so my handle is popping off. And I have to find an Allen key to put it back on. So it's something I need to get my husband to do for me. But for now, I'm just gonna make sure that I'm careful with it. It is a great set, Angela. It's so good. So the Diagonal Shortcuts dies, remember, if you don't have these on hand, you can always cut these. All I did here was start with the smallest one and go up to the largest. So the smallest one, we started with grapefruit. And so I'm going to grab this one and go with grapefruit. I just like these. It's called shortcuts for a reason because you don't necessarily, it's not something that you can't cut yourself, but it's a shortcut, right? And when we're creating, we always need those kind of shortcuts. Come on, tape. My tape is taking a Friday off, I think. Okay, here we go. We're going to be really careful with my handle here. Oh yeah, Angela, you do need to use your diagonal shortcuts. They're so fun. And you can just cut out tons of different colors and then come up with your own colorways. It's something that's great to do when you're watching TV, you're catching up on the next episodes of Bridgerton on Netflix, because I just found out that those are out this morning. So hopefully that's in my weekend plans. Although, it's not something I typically watch with my husband. I usually watch it when I'm away from him, so I might wait until I travel next week, I think. So next Friday, I am going to summer camp at Concord and Ninth, and I'm so excited. I cannot wait. It is going to be such a blast. Carissa is going to be there, so I'm excited to finally see her again. It's been a while. Okay, so that was Sorbet that I just used. Now, Stardust. Stardust is one of my OG favorite Concord and Ninth colors. There's something about Stardust that just gets me. It's like that, I don't know, it's not a greeny yellow. It's kind of like more of a grayed yellow. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it, but Stardust is such a good color. And I've tagged all these colors down below in the video description as well. Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. Oh, Mindy says she binge watched it last night. Oh my goodness. Don't tell me, Mindy. Don't tell me what happens. I'm so excited. Cannot wait. It's like the greatest show on earth. It really is. Okay, and the last one is Tide Pool, which, oh my gosh, Tide Pool is like one of my favorite colors in the whole wide world. Did I cut off a piece of Tide Pool? If not, I have Tide Pool close at hand always. Here we go. Look, I think it's Tide Pool. No, it's not Tide Pool that I used. I used Sea Glass, I think. Let me see. No, it's not Sea Glass. What did I use, you guys? I must have used Aqua Sky. If this is not right and I got some random piece of cardstock on my desk, I don't know. But you know what we're going to use? We're going to use Sea Glass. We're going to use Sea Glass. I have no idea what I did there, but that's the one I'm going to go with. I thought I used Tide Pool, but apparently not. I'm just going to cut this real quick. Okay, and this is the biggest stripe. Marcy says she's excited for summer camp. She needs to do her homework. Yep, get on your homework, Marcy. I think, when I looked through the field guide, it's not too terrible. I think the homework is totally doable with Bridgerton on, of course. Yes, a cardstock swatch is helpful. It's not eucalyptus. I have no idea what I did there. I might have had something. I've been working on a project, and so I might have had a different manufacturer's color on my desk and mixed it up when I was creating and just not noticed it. That's just so weird of me. Usually I know my cardstocks like the back of my hand. Okay, so there's my 4 diagonals. Now, let's grab some of the flower colors. I'm going to take honeycomb for the flowers. I love honeycomb. It's one of my favorites. It's such a pretty yellow. It's really great for wildflowers. And I'm going to use this one, this bigger flower that has the lines etched in it, because I think it looks really lifelike. I think it's really pretty. So I'm going to cut this twice. I love cards that are mostly die cut cards. There's something about like the ease of putting them together. You know, it's just die cutting, and once you're done die cutting, you can sit down and arrange and get everything the way that you like it. And lately I've been making a lot of die cut cards. So things are coming out soon, so I can't share anything just yet, but I've been making a lot of die cut cards, and so I've been die cutting up a storm. My Platinum 6, and that's why my little screw popped out here, because it's had a workout. It's had a total workout. Okay, next I'm gonna grab the center, and I love this center because it has like the little coneflower things etched in it, so it has a lot of texture to it. And I'm gonna grab my black cardstock. I do too, Ingrid. Ingrid said, I find the gluing to be very relaxing, and I completely agree with that. Once you have it all die cut, you can just sit and glue. And I also love, this might be crazy to you guys, I love die cutting sentiments that have shadow dies and gluing the sentiment to the shadow. So I will die cut the heck out of some sentiments and, you know, happily sit there and just make a ton of them with the shadows, because I just find that very relaxing. And I like figuring out exactly where all of those letters go. Something about it just makes me happy. So, okay, there are my two centers, and I just did those with black. You could also do those with a really dark brown, and it would be pretty lifelike as well. And then the next thing I did was I did two different of the greenery, the stems, I should say. And I did them in artichoke and avocado. So a lighter one and a darker one, because remember, in nature, not all flowers next to each other are the same exact color. So let's put one here. I'm gonna do this one with the 3 leaves in avocado. Had to get my greens right. Yes, Beth, that's so true. Like when you don't want to make a card and you're just not feeling your crafty mojo, just die cut. It's so good. It's good for you because you're actually doing something to get you ready for when you are ready to create. Okay, here is the avocado. Someday I'm going to get that right. Avocado. And then next we're going to do artichoke, which is the darker of the greens. I love Concord and 9's greens. They're so pretty. So who here is Watermelon Cabin? Tell me if you got watermelon, or maybe you got Carissa's Cabin. I think Carissa, you're eucalyptus. Is that right? I'm pretty sure that that's right. Okay. Last one. And then we're going to die cut our sentiment. Usually before a live, I have these die cut beforehand, especially for like a complex card. But if I would have done that this time, then everything would have been done because this card is just a die cut card, right? Let me put my card example over here, my stamp set over here. Okay, so friend, we are going to die cut with black because I really wanted that bold sentiment on here. I tried it in a couple of different colors, but black just felt best. And it tied in those black floral centers as well. Jen is watermelon. Oh yeah, Ingrid and Jen both have their watermelon backgrounds on. I should have noticed that. Hello, watermelon friends. You guys are really team watermelon. You got watermelon backgrounds on your YouTube. That's awesome. I can't wait to see you guys. I leave on Thursday, so super pumped to be going out. Okay, don't lose that tittle. Let me put it down here because I definitely will. Okay, there's the black friend. And then we're going to do the shadow layer in white. Let's see if I have enough on this scrap, which I do. Okay. Let's do this one. Laura says she loves die cut cards as well. Mindy, yes, I just got them done. And can we just talk about how this color is the perfect watermelon? Let me just show you. Look at that. Isn't that perfect? So this nail color is OPI, and it's called Susie is My Avatar. And it is the perfect Concord and 9th watermelon. So just so you know, watermelon friends, if you want to do your nails for camp this weekend, Susie is My Avatar is the one to go for. The last thing I need to cut out, my husband's laughing at me. The last thing I need to cut out is the oval. And one of the greatest things about this die set is that it has so many different pieces in it that you can use in a variety of ways. Like this oval is the perfect size for an A2 card, so you could use this, you know, to catch your attention on any card you create. Now, not just with these flowers. And then you also have that sentiment banner that you could use for all sorts of different sentiments or things that you have on hand. So I really think that this is such a versatile die set, and that's why I wanted to show it off today. Not only do you get flowers and bees, but you get these kind of staple shapes too. Hello, Lorraine. Nice to see you. Yeah, it did. I did it. No, rainforest, your rainforest, Chris. I know rainforest nails would not work. No. You'd be like the Wicked Witch of the West with those. I couldn't do green nails at all. No way. But I was lucky to have watermelon cabins so that I could do watermelon nails. Okay, let's put all my cardstock aside. And when I was creating this, I had a white background at first, and it felt really wrong to me. It was just too white, and the oval didn't really stick out at all. And that's when I grabbed Pebble, which Pebble is like one of my favorite neutrals of all time from Concord and 9th. Let me grab my Pebble cardstock here because I already have one cut. So that's everything die cut. Let me just put this aside and try not to let my thing fall off here. Okay, I'm going to put my die set over here. I'm attached. Okay. Okay, so what I did here was I just trimmed this Pebble cardstock panel down. Right now it's A2. I'm going to trim it down by just 1/4 inch. I think I did 1/4, yeah. That sounds about right. Oh, this side is bent, so I'm going to trim off that side. Selective trimming. Mindy says she would do rainforest nails. That's funny. I don't think I've ever had a color like that. Now, I do gray sometimes in the winter when I'm feeling grayish, but most of the time I'm in some kind of pink. Okay, so there's our Pebble, but I love the way that that pops against that white. Oh, we're going back down so that we can put this together. The one thing I want to do before I start putting my card together, because it's messy, I want to get this out of the way first, is just add a little bit of color to my flowers. I didn't do this on my example card, but I do think it makes a difference. Oh yeah, Laura, please copy the card. That's what these sessions are for, is just to get you inspired. Please do. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a darker color here on the petals. And remember, this is going to be covered up by our center, so you don't have to worry about what that's going to look like there. You just want to get a little bit more color on those flower petals. Just like that. So nice. And then I can clean this up. My daughter, I can tell my daughter's home because there's lots of noise happening outside of the room here. She's filling up her water bottle with ice. Let me see. Oh yeah, That's true, Laura. That's a good idea. Like tropical rainforesty leaves or something. That's a great idea. Okay, so then I'm going to put my centers on here. I usually use the smaller bottles, like the little bottles, the Gina K bottles of glue. And I had 2 blow out on me this week. I pushed them, like I think I put a pin in them to close them off. And when I put the pin in, it pushed the metal like thing all the way down in the bottle. And so I'm just going back to this big bottle, which I love. It has a precision tip as well. This is the Artiste craft glue from scrapbook.com. And so I went back to the big bottle this week. I don't know if that's ever happened to you guys. Yeah, Carissa's going to go out and get tropical nails now. Okay, so look how pretty. Aren't they pretty? And just that little bit of a darker yellow just helps to make them look a little bit more three-dimensional there. Let's go ahead and do our sentiment now too. This is one of those cards that you can really put together in 25 minutes, 30 minutes. And the greatest thing is if you have extra cardstock, it doesn't take much longer for you to create double, right? So go ahead and cut out 2 of everything instead of just doing 1, and then you can make 2 of these cards and maybe put a different sentiment on your second one too. I love that. And can we just talk about how much I love sentiments that have a shadow layer? They make me so happy. Okay, let's get this on, and we can't forget our tittle. I'm trying to go fast and at the same time not put too much glue on. It's tricky today. Yes, Carissa, a donut would be such a good idea. That is a great idea. If you know, you know. Okay, here we go. And I also love this font. I love that capital R. It's just a fun font. This die set is like up there with one of my favorites, I think, of all my Concord and 9th dies. Now my tittle is going to be a little bit hard because it's upside down, I think. Let's see here. With the tittles, I usually like to put a dot here on the shadow instead of trying to get it on that tiny little tittle. And of course it turned over on me, as it's going to do. There we go. Just got it. Now I have to get it centered. No. There we go. Okay, love it and leave it. Yeah, Laura said she's making extra donuts. Okay, let's put our flowers. You know what, before I do the flowers, we're going to go ahead and create our background here. So what I want to do here is try to make sure that I get the top portion equal to the bottom portion so that these stripes are right in the center. And that is a bit tricky. Let me just tell you, it's a bit tricky. When I did it yesterday, I ended up trimming more from the bottom of my gray cardstock, my pebble cardstock. And you know what? I think I'm going to push this up the slightest bit. Yep, just like that. I'm going to line up the left edge and then I can trim off the right edge just so I know that these are at the correct angle. So that looks pretty darn close, I think, to center. So I'm going to leave those other stripes there and just add some glue here. And I'm using glue today because it's much faster than the tape runner. You have time, Laura. You have time to do your homework. You're good. Put on Netflix. Cut out some donuts. Okay, there we go. There's that one. And here is Stardust. Let's get that on there. And making sure that I get these lined up on the left side there and using my fingernails to kind of really push that stripe down into the one on the bottom because I don't want any gaps in between. So just getting that pressed down. And then sorbet. So this is an easy, like a Friday card. Just happy, and I think this is one of those cards that anyone would love to receive. So do you guys have plans for Father's Day this weekend? We are going to see Inside Out 2 tonight. Oh, put your done card. That's a good point, Beth. You're smart. Smarty pants. Yeah, I should have put that next to this one to match, but that's okay. That is okay. So yeah, kids love going to the movies because it's like a special thing for them, right?
Junk food.
No, we're not giving them junk food. My husband just said junk food.
That's what they think.
Yeah, they're not having junk food. Yeah. They are not.
So what do you ask for, pretzel donuts?
Yeah, no, they're not having junk food tonight. We're eating beforehand, so
Junk food.
not ordering junk food. Yes, but usually movies are for that sort of thing. Maybe some popcorn, and that's about it. There we go. I was a little bit off over here on the left side, so what I'm gonna do is just a little tiny trim, like a hairline trim. Teeny tiny. And that's what I love about these kind of trimmers, is that you can do a really teeny tiny trim. Let's do a little bit more, just a tiny bit. Like a 1/16 of an inch. There we go. That's perfect. And then I'm gonna get my big scissors here to cut off this side because I don't want to trim anymore. There we go. So that's pretty close, right? Pretty close top to bottom. And you kind of look at this line here. If you want, if you're a stickler, you can measure. I am not a stickler. There's no measurements happening on Fridays. Okay. So then I can put this on, and I wanted to show you this tape, you guys, and this is from scrapbook.com. I keep on forgetting to use it. Oh, Amy said they're going to see Inside Out too. Yeah, we are so excited too. We love Inside Out, and I know I'm going to bring all the tissues for this one because the first one makes me cry so hard, especially because we moved in 2020 in the pandemic, and it was super hard. It was hard for my daughter. It was hard for us. And so like that movie just gets me with the whole like moving and the angst, and yeah. I need to add this to the supply list because I forgot about it. But I love this tape because it's so nice and wide. You can do 3 big pieces and it's going to be stuck down forever. It'll never come up. If I can get it off straight. Okay, there we go. All right, let's just trim that little bit off because I do not want anyone to see that on the other side. And then I use just that to get it off. Not my nails, not my nice new watermelon nails. Yeah, the first one was so great, Amy. I completely agree. Okay. And this stuff is sticky, you guys. Sticky, sticky. So make sure that you get it where you want it first. Pray that it's nice and straight. That's pretty close. And there's that beautiful background. Love that. I just think it just reminds me of summer. Just makes me happy. Okay, before we do anything to our nice modern oval here, we are going to add our sentiment. So I did Happy for You, Friend before. Let's do To My Lovely Friend this time. Oh, Jennifer, I am a camp counselor for Concord and 9th summer camp. So super excited about it. It takes place all next weekend. So I will be flying to Utah, which is one of my favorite places in the country. So I'm super excited about being back in Utah. I think that looks close, maybe not. Let's get it down a little bit more. The thing with this is you can kind of put it more to the left or to the right based on, you know, what you're going to have below it. So just kind of figure that out. I'm going to rub my hands on this because I don't know if I have used the To My Lovely yet. So I'm going to just kind of rub this. Oh yeah, that's a good idea, Beth. It's perfect for your embossing folder card panels. Yeah, it is a good tape. I highly agree. Okay, my Stardust is so juicy, so I'm hoping that I don't overstamp here. I'm just touching it. Yep, that's gonna be good. That is gonna be good. And that Stardust gets some use too. Like, so I do not know how it's still that juicy. It's a testament to the Concord and Ninth inks, apparently. I'm just going to use tape runner on this one to get this adhere done. But before I do that, no, I'm okay. I'm not going to cut off the bottoms of the stems. I thought for a second I might trim off the bottoms of the stems, but I'm not. I'm okay. So we're just going to place this in the center. And this tape has a little bit more give to being able to pick it up. So if we make a mistake, it's not too big of a deal. Even my watch is watermelon. I know, right? This is, I mean, coral is like one of my colors. So I was really happy to have gotten watermelon. You're right, Christy. That's funny. You are very observant. Okay, I am going to line up these guys like so, and have one come off to the left and one come off to the right, just like that. And then their stems will meet in the center down here. So I'm going to start with this one and glue him up. I'm not going to glue the top because I'm going to put some dimensional adhesive under there, some foam adhesive to give that a nice pop up. There's not a lot popped up on this card, but I do want my sentiment because I love the sentiment and I want my flowers popped up. So I'm going to get this kind of right about there. Touch that extra glue on there. And I'm not popping up the leaves, so I can push those down. Jennifer, this set is awesome. It's so good. It's beautiful. And if you missed the beginning of the video, it is way on sale. So this is called Friendly Florals Bundle. So check it out in my video description. I went through all of the sets that I have on hand and some card examples that I shared using those at the beginning. So if you missed those, be sure to check that out on replay. And they're all included in the Concord and Ninth inventory blowout sale, which is pretty huge. Pretty huge. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and glue these on, and then I can pop them up from there. I just think that's so pretty. So pretty. And this one's going to go off to the left, and they're going to kind of overlap each other a little bit and overlap those pretty stripes. And then what I'm going to grab here are just one of these. These are scrapbook adhesives by 3L foam squares. And I cut these up all the time to get them in whatever shape I need. Thanks, Jennifer. Yeah, they're really good. It's such a great versatile die set and stamp set. Just a great bundle. And pop that guy up. And do the same with this one. And then we just have to finish out with our sentiment. And our sentiment is going to be popped up, but I want to show you what product I use for this kind of sentiment to get that up. Look how pretty. Isn't that so nice? I love it. Okay, so our sentiment is going to follow that nice diagonal. And I love the thickness of this because when I see the sentiment, I know it's going to be perfect for these strips. These are also from Scrapbook Adhesives by 3L. And there's, you know, other companies that offer strips as well. But the thickness of them is just perfect for getting into the thickness of this shadow layer. And I mean, it couldn't make it any easier. Sometimes when you see a sentiment that's really thin and you wish you could pop it up, but it's just kind of impossible, it would take you like 40 minutes. It's just not something you want to do. But for something like this, it's really easy to pop up because the thickness of the shadow is, you know, comparable to, I'm going to put a little one here actually, is comparable to this foam strips, but look at that. So, and remember, you don't have to make sure that you get every single area. What you want to do is just get the ones that are going to sag. So in between, and don't cut your sentiment, in between here, that's going to be fine. But right here, this is kind of on its own. So I'm going to stick that down and then do a little cut there. And then I'm going to get down here too, because I don't want that bottom of the F to sag. Cut that off there. The worst thing you could do is accidentally cut your sentiment when you think you're cutting your foam. That would be terrible. And then you have to recut. Here we go, right at the end here. I think that's going to be okay. Actually, I'm going to put a little bit more right there. And this is kind of the quick way to do it, because then you cut just the amount you need. I got a little bit more, so I'll use that guy right here. Might as well. Look at that. Okay, and then we can put this on, and I am going to put a little bit of glue. Oh, Lorraine, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. And you guys, if you do use my affiliate links, I truly, truly appreciate that. I mean, I love going live on Fridays because it's like just talking to friends, but it's a little bit sweeter when you guys purchase through my links. So I really super appreciate that. So thank you so much. Lorraine, it is irresistible, and I hope that you enjoy creating with it. Hope that you make some pretty cards, my friend. Oh, this is stuck to me. Yeah, this foam is super sticky. So if you don't want it to stick right away, here is what you do. Just add some liquid adhesive. Just, you know, swipe it right on there. Because if you put this baby down and you get it in the wrong place, then it is going to be stuck. But if you add just a little bit of glue over that foam, then you have some wiggle time, literally. Okay, and then we're going to add friend right here. I want it to stick out on that pebble just a tiny bit, just like that. And we can use this to push it down. And the last thing, I didn't want to take away from the stripes in the background by adding color to the front around the flowers. I feel like everything on this card kind of has its place. So the colorful stripes are behind the oval, the flowers are in front, and so I didn't want to add any more colors to compete with those flowers. So instead, I'm just using white on white because it just adds a little bit of extra texture. And I think sometimes we can go a little bit overboard with our embellishments. I know I can, and I have to kind of tone myself back a little bit when I'm putting them on, because you just want to add all the things, right? So I'm going to do 5 of these. The Concord and 9th enamel dots are always so perfectly matched. I know these are just white, but they are always so perfectly matched to their cardstocks and their inks. So if you love their colors, be sure to get the coordinating enamel dots. So there are the cards. Aren't they so pretty? I love these cards. They make me super happy. I hope they make you guys happy too. They remind me of being out on a trail, hiking, of summer, and I just think they're great. Thank you, Jen. I hope you create them since you have all the things. What did I want to say? Don't forget, inventory blowout sale. It ends on, I believe it's Sunday. What is today? 16th. So all of the things that I showed you today are super, like, they're just really great staples for your crafty supplies. So go check those out at the links in my video description. And yeah, this bundle, Friendly Florals, is definitely one that I think you should add to your stash. And I'm a minimalist in terms of like getting all the things. I don't get all the things. I just know what I like and I know what is great. And having like that oval, you can use that for anything. That friend sentiment, it's perfect too. So go check those out. The blue that I used today, Laura, was sea glass. So I'm pretty sure that this might have been something else sitting on my desk because it is not juniper and it is not, I don't think it's Tide Pool. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't think it's Tide Pool. Maybe it was Tide Pool and I just messed that up. I think it was. It was Tide Pool. So that is the one that I used for my first card. Goodness gracious. And I used Sea Glass for this one. So you guys tell me, let's put them side by side and you can tell me which one do you like better? Tide Pool or Sea Glass? I think it's Tide Pool for me, but they're both super pretty. This one has a little bit more green in it. This one has a little bit more blue. So you guys can decide. So Tide Pool is what I used before. Sea Glass is what I use today. Thank you so much, Marcy. Thanks, Heather. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick and easy card, and go and pick up your deals at the Concord and 9th inventory blowout sale. I will be at Concord and 9th starting on Thursday, so be sure to follow me on Instagram. Let me bring that up. At Meghann Andrew, because I will be posting stuff on my feed and in my stories, like behind the scenes. If you watched me for the Weekender event at Spellbinders, I did that too, and I just think it's really fun. So thank you guys so much. I will miss you next week, but I'll be back the following Friday. And if you're going to be at camp with me, I cannot wait to see you. I can't wait to teach my class on Saturday morning. But have a wonderful Father's Day weekend, and I will see you guys later. Happy creating!